Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are completely incapable of telling the truth, and that's the subject of tonight's riff. Yes, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris completely incapable of telling the truth, and you can bet that Donald Trump will exploit this in tomorrow night's presidential debate that's hosted by ABC News. Not only do their constant untruths damage them with American voters, these untruths reflect enormous character flaws. It's interesting that National Review editor-in-chief Rich Lowry and former House member Tulsi Gabbard have both recently written important essays on why Kamala Harris's constant flip-flops represent an enormous character flaw that should disqualify her from becoming president and commander-in-chief. Now, the laundry list of untruths and flip-flops is too long to chronicle here, but there's a couple that stand out. Begin with Afghanistan. A foreign policy catastrophe in many ways was the beginning of the end for Joe Biden's entire presidency. Now, on August 31st, 2021, Mr. Biden referred to his administration's cut and run from Afghanistan as, and I quote, an extraordinary success, end quote. As almost anyone could see, it was a major catastrophe. But just recently, a comprehensive report from the House Foreign Affairs Committee, more than 2 years of investigations, showed that Biden was hell-bent on leaving Afghanistan and ignored the military's advice. Now, bear in mind, Kamala has always bragged that she was the last person in the room with Biden, and she has always echoed his phony claim that the operation was a success. We know it was a failure. We know the Biden-Harris administration constantly lied to and misled the American public. And now we learn some additional details. Nearly every U.S. military official advised against the Afghan exit. The Secretary of Defense, the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, the Commander of U.S. Central Command, and there were strenuous objections from our NATO allies as well. But Joe Biden and Kamala Harris insisted on making one of the greatest foreign policy blunders in American history, and then lied about it. And by the way, the Trump administration had entered into a Doha agreement with the Afghan government that insisted that the Taliban cut all ties with al-Qaeda, ISIS, and other terrorist groups. But Biden-Harris ignored these details and went ahead anyway. And one more untruth. During his recent debate with Donald Trump last June, Mr. Biden insisted nobody was killed, and then made this sweepingly false statement, quote, "Truth is, I'm the only president this century that doesn't have any, this decade, that don't have any troops dying anywhere in the world," end quote. He ignored the 13 American soldiers killed in Abbey Gate. The Afghanistan retreat led to a cascading decline in American strength, but connects dots from catastrophe in Afghanistan to Putin's invasion of Ukraine to the Iran-Hamas massacre and subsequent war against Israel. Appeasement led to appeasement. American strength and respect and deterrence out the window. All right. Other examples of character flaw, untruths, to name just a few. Kamala trying to persuade us that she favors a wall to protect our southern border. But a recent CNN report showed that at least 50 times in the recent past, Kamala opposed the wall. That is, the Trump wall. Of course, the same could be said for her fracking ban and her Bernie Sanders nationalizing health care and all of her tax hike promises, or even stealing Donald Trump's idea for tax-free tips. She and her advisors seem to think they're moving toward the political center. The rest of American voters think her flip-flops are just untruths that are part of her major character flaws that disqualify her to be commander-in-chief at a time when America needs both honesty and strength at the helm. Even Joe Biden, lying about inheriting 9% inflation, or a deep recession, or creating 16 million jobs, lies that have all been corrected in recent weeks but lasted nearly 3.5 years and were all supported by her loyal running mate, Kamala. But instead of blatant untruths or flip-flops or character weaknesses, this is a time for truth. Ms. Harris and her team think they're being very clever, but politics in today's information age leaves no stone unturned. It will never work. And that's the riff. All right.